Girls, gents and ladies, going back to my old glasses because the other ones aren't too good for welding, so I'm going back to just the reading glasses because my eye feels like it's about to explode because I stressed it too much. Right, anyway, 1200. Got the bottom part of the quarter panel finished off and all welded in. We're like 2/3 of the way through Monday, so first day of the working week. So quarter panel's all done. So now we've got to fix everything else, like this cut up here, this part here that's been cut out for some reason. I'm not sure why, but I'll weld that back in. I've got to fix the lower part down here. It's a bit rusty on the corner here, a bit rusty down there. I've got to move my way forward. I've got to fix the wheel arch here because it's all rusty, so from about there onwards. I've also got to put the front wheel on the back to see how much clearance it has. I've got to fix the bottom corner there, and I've got to fix all of this. This all has to be done before the quarter panel can be welded back on. So see how much I can get of that done this week so we can get that quarter panel welded back on. Main reason I want the quarter panel on is so the car's got more structural rigidity before I put it on the rotisserie. So quarter panel's got to go on and the rear beaver's got to go on. The boot floor's got to be fixed all before it goes on the rotisserie. Fun and games, fun and games. So I'm going to get flat out into that. See you later. So I got this bit here that was in the rear quarter area here of the 1200 Coupe. I obviously cut it out because it's a bit rusty in places. And because it's rusty in that area there too, that's where it spot welded onto here. This was rusted out, so I've put a new bit of tin in here as well. Now I've already made up a new section, and I thought I'd do a little Easter egg because you can see that M there. It's not a Morris, so I did a D. Yes, the D is backwards, but that's so you can see it from the underside of the car. It will be forwards, but I made the D a little bit too big, so part of it's going to be up on this here. But yeah, it's an Easter egg nonetheless. So that goes in there like that. Just got to weld it in, and then we can move on to the next bit. Alright, that looks a little bit better, I think. Not too fussed on cleaning the welds up on this side because you'll never ever see that again once the quarter panel's on. But I'll fix this corner here as well. I've already tried the actual quarter panel on the car, and all of this fits like a glove. So that's that corner done. I'm going to move up to this part here next. Now this one's going to be a little bit fiddly because we've got this outer skin here, and we've got an inner skin here I've also got to fix, as well as this bit up under there. That bit's pretty basic, it's just a flat piece of steel with a bend on the end. I'm going to start on the outside up here. I'll make this section up and I'll cut it out, and then I'll concentrate on the inside section there. It shouldn't be too bad. We'll knock it out reasonably quick. Then I'll probably move forward to that part there, and then I'll start moving up to this part here, and then up again, and that'll be everything. Then I'll be able to weld the quarter panel on. Before I weld it on, I'm going to treat all this rust, surface rust, get it off, and epoxy the inside of all of this before the quarter panel gets welded on. So yeah, I've got about 10 minutes left of today, so I might just get a pattern made up of this quickly before I knock off. So we're finished fixing this part here. We had to make up a new plate for the inside, as well as this part here, right around to here, because it was rusted out under that. And that part there as well. So now we're going to move forward. Unfortunately, got this part here and that part there don't meet in the middle. So if I have to make this part here, I might as well just follow it all the way through and make a whole new section so I don't have to weld it twice. Also got to fix this part here because it's a bit ugly. Alright, we got this rear section of the sill panel is clamped into spot. I didn't realise the actual seal panel at the front isn't, it's not welded in. It's only held in by one tack weld, I think. But the front of this dog leg area here needs a bit of attention, so I'm going to snip the front of that off and weld a little bit more on, because it's supposed to be out to about here, I think. I've got to put a bit of a bead roll down here for the front of the quarter panel to sit into, and yeah, I've got to cut this down here and weld these two together. I'm going to try and get, I'll take this sill panel right off the car so I can do that off the car. That way I can plenish it all out so it's nice and flat afterwards as well. So I'm just going to tack screw it together, and then once it's off I'll make the cut and TIG weld them together. So a quick wrap up on the 1200 for this week. As you can see, the quarter panel's all sitting on at the moment. I got the inside part of the lower rear quarter here all finished. I'm just turning my torch on so you can see. Also got the inside of the front wheel arch done, so that's all buttoned up. And also I got that missing chunk of the sill panel below the door all done as well. So it's all just sitting on there at the moment, because next week I'm going to pull it all off, and I've got to fix, oops, sorry guys, got to fix this rust here that's in the rear quarter window on the inside, and also on the inside of the wheel arch there. I've got to address that as well. And once that's done, I'll clean up all the inside of the quarter panel and the inside of where it sits on the actual car, so that I can hit it with epoxy primer to keep the rust out once it's all welded on. So yeah, the 1200, that's it. It's looking much more like a car now than when it got here. So yeah, I'm happy with how it's looking. Oh, that's another bit. I've also got to cut this bit here out so I can address that rust there, find out what's going on underneath it. But I did find out when I was fixing the front part of the sill panel here that this sill panel is not welded on. So I've got it held on by a tack screw at the moment, and there's all the way up to there. I've got to fix all that in there as well, and you can see the gap. I'll put the torch under where the inner section of the sill panel isn't even welded to the floor pan yet. So that's all got to be addressed too before this car goes on the rotisserie. So I'll probably get as much of the rust done before this car goes on the rotisserie, just so it's all nice and rigid. So you can see the front of the floor there isn't welded up either, and we've got all of this up here. So yeah, it just keeps on going. But yeah, we'll see what we can get done next week, guys. So I'm going to sign off there, and yeah, subscribe if you want to see more, guys, and I'll see you next week.